On August 12th this year, we have got two major planetary events, that is a full solar eclipse and a partial lunar eclipse on August 12th and August 28th respectively. And this is the time that the universe has given you an open window to rectify your karmas in a very positive way. I am not going to talk any fear mongering things in this video because this is an excellent opportunity for everyone to progress, to spiritually progress in their life, irrespective of their ascendant or the moon sign. You see, on August 12th, there is Amavasya, that is the new moon. And in Amavasya, we are having a total solar eclipse. In that day, the planetary combination is also very interesting. Why? Because there are four planets, four grahas in the sign of Cancer. Four graha yuti, that is a conjunction. The sun, the moon, the Mercury, and an exalted Jupiter. And you will find that sun and moon have shifted their position in the Chalit chart. That is, it has gone to the next house of the Chalit chart. The Rashi has not changed. The Cancer and the Nakshatra has not changed. But it is also giving the result of the next house. Before moving into the analysis of different ascendant or the moon sign, let us be very clear about the mechanics of this eclipse, total solar eclipse, and why it is important. You see, sun is in Ashlesha Nakshatra, and Ashlesha Nakshatra is ruled by Mercury. And the deity is the Nagas, the serpent. And the symbol is a coiled snake. Now, don't take me wrong. This is a beautiful nakshatra. This is the nakshatra which ends in Cancer. And from Cancer, a new nakshatra of Magha starts. From Leo, the Magha starts. So you will be finding this is the nakshatra of change. Now, Mercury is intellect, and you will find the deity is the sarpas, that snakes. So this nakshatra is a very good nakshatra for spiritual development, because the coiled snake also symbolizes the Kundalini awakening. Wow. Kundalini awakening. Have you ever thought of that? It's a rare opportunity to awaken your Kundalinis, the chakras. The serpent over here can get addictive. And this addiction has caused us, the astrologers, to believe in the fear-mongering part. You see, this is a part where we have to dedicate ourselves to the positivity. For example, let's take a child who sees every day his father comes home in a drunken state and beats up his wife, that is his mother. And he takes a resolution that he will never drink in his whole life. And you will see that resolution, that positive resolution, will bring glory to him. Whereas if he gets depressed and starts drinking, the downfall will start. This is the nakshatra of purification. Now, why I am giving this lecture? Because you need to understand the resolve that you need to take. Either fall into the darkness or rise from the darkness with a sankalpa. This is a time where we should take a sankalpa to the universe. We will take a sankalpa during this time that we will be rising from the darkness. Let us now talk about the Amavasya part. You will see that Amavasya is where the moon goes dark, because the sun and moon are together. In Purnima, sun and moon are opposite to each other. So in Purnima, the whole sunlight is reflected back to the sun. Like a light source is falling and you are holding the mirror in front of the light source at its direction. The light is falling, going back to the sun. And in Amavasya, the mirror is next to the light. So there is no reflection of that light. The light remains within the sun. And the Purnima concept, where the reflection happens, is a Vaishnava concept. It is where the 16 colors of Vishnu is completed. So it is protected by Krishna. Purnima is protected by Krishna. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Haraye Paramatmane Pranatah Kleshanashaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. And who protects during Amavasya? It's Rudra. It's a Shaivism concept. You have to understand from within. And who guides us to that? It's Shakti. That is why in Amavasya, where there is no Vishnu, there is no Krishna to reflect upon. We go to Shakti. All the Kali Pujas happen during Amavasya. Every month, there is a Kali Puja in Amavasya. So, Amavasya is to understand from within. It's a Rudra concept. And what is Rudra? Rud. Rud is also blood. It is your Pitras. It is your ancestors, your forefathers. So you have to believe them. And if you look into a different way in this transit, especially, you will find it is, as already told, it is happening in Ashlesha Nakshatra. And which Nakshatra lies after Ashlesha Nakshatra? It's Magha, ruled by Ketu, the Pitris. So this is the time where you have to self-realize. Because the sun, that is your natural Atma Karaka, is for a very small time being dominated by the nodes. This is the time where we have to introspect from within, not from outside. Your soul is always pure. It's a part of Paramatma. And what is Rahu doing over here? The node, the Rahu? It is creating a smoke. It is creating a smoke between your soul and you, your mind. So you need to reach out for that soul. And what is the mantra of Surya? Japakushuma Shankashana Kashyapeyam Mahadutim Tamurim Sarva Papagnam Pranatashmi Dibakaram. So, Surya is the only graha that can take the tamo guna from you. Tamorim Sarva Papagnam. So, it is the destroyer of the sin. So, without further introduction, let's move on to different ascendant and the moon signs. First is Aries ascendant or Aries moon sign, and you will find that the eclipse is happening in the sign of Cancer between the cusp of the 4th and the 5th. Interestingly, you will find that already the sun has shifted position in the Chalit chart. See, the Bhava changes. The Rashi and the Nakshatra will never change. So you will be having themes predominantly to your 4th house as well as 5th house. You will find the sun is in Ashlesha Nakshatra Pada 3, which falls into the Aquarius Navamsha. And where is Aquarius placed in your horoscope? It is placed in the 11th house. So this house also gets involved. And Rahu is in Dhanishta Pada 4, which corresponds to Scorpio Navamsha. And where is Scorpio placed in your horoscope? It is placed in the 8th house. So you will be having the activated house during this transit, that is the 4th house, 5th house, 8th house, and 11th house. Now, if you just look into the 4th house, you are getting half of the information, or I would say 25% of the information. So you have to take care of the home matters, of your private life, of your peace, of your mother's health especially, and do not start any new construction during this period. I will not advise that during the first 17 days. And also I've got a Saturn retrograde video. So you can find what is the effect of Saturn retrograde video. The link will be there in the description. So you will find the tussle between the home environment as well as your 5th house. Since sun is going into eclipse, Surya is going into a grahan. Your soul will go into darkness. It's not a darkness of fear. You will find the tussle between your home environment, your love environment, your creativity will go down. You will find yourself blocked because there will be no call from your soul. The 5th house activities. Also, this is the time where you should introspect your social circle because of the 11th house, your friends and the network. It is not that I'm not telling you to don't contact your friends. Obviously, you will contact your friend, you will contact your network, but be careful and introspect who is your actual friend and who is your actual enemy. This is an excellent time. The universe will make the picture clear that who to believe and whom not to. Now, coming back to the eighth house theme, this is the time where you should start something occult. You should start something research in any subject, be it your subject where you are, you should be researching more. Because when you are doing research, when you are doing tantra, when you are doing an occult, you are thinking beyond the surface level. That is what the eighth house demands. To go beyond the surface level, to go to Patala. This is the deepest house. And if you can introspect, you will get labha, that is gains, when after the partial lunar eclipse. And when the partial lunar eclipse is going to happen, it is going to happen on 28th April in the sign of Aquarius, which is the sign of your labha, sign of your gains. So it's an excellent time. As far as remedy is concerned, you can do Hanuman Chalisa and you can recite the Mahamrityunjaya mantra 108 times till the eclipse is over. I would suggest continuing for this whole month, every day 108 times. But if you cannot, you should do at least for the first 17 days. Now, what is the Mahamrityunjaya mantra? Om Triambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvaru Kamimavandana Mritturmokshyamamritat. Now moving on to the next ascendant or the next moon sign, that is the Taurus. For Taurus, this eclipse is again happening in the sign of Cancer, but it is in the cusp of your third house and your fourth house. You will find that in Chalit chart, the sun has already changed his Bhava. That is, it has moved into the next house, as I have described before. So you will be having more predominant theme on the fourth house than the third house itself. Third house themes will be there. But if we move a bit deeper into this concept, you will find that Ashlesha Nakshatra Pada 3 falls into the Aquarius Navamsha. And where is Aquarius placed in your horoscope? Aquarius is placed in the 10th house of your horoscope. So your 10th house themes are also getting activated. And Rahu is in Dhanishta Pada 4, which reflects to the Scorpio Navamsha, along with Jupiter. So, and the Scorpio is in your 7th house. So you will have 3rd house, 4th house, 7th house, and 10th house activated during this eclipse. Also, Saturn is going retrograde in your 11th house. So it will also give the result of your 10th house. If you have not watched my Saturn retrograde video, the link is in the description. Go and watch it. Just merely stating that it is affecting your third house is the 25% of the data we are processing. You have to take care of your communication. Actually, you should reflect on the way you communicate. You have to reflect on the documentation that you take, especially when third and fourth house is involved. If you are into real estate or purchasing some property or land, it is better to wait for this month. Wait until this month is over. Just delay it if possible. Otherwise, you see, Rahu is eclipsing the Surya, the sun. So the Grahan, the soul, is getting eclipsed. So you will not have that mental clarity in the documentation or paperwork regarding the fourth house. You have to take care of your mother's health also. You will find that it is also affecting your 10th house. It is the time where you should introspect what type of work, what is the karma that you want to take. You want to analyze the karma, not only your job. 10th house doesn't reflect only your job. It is also about the karma. So what are the pending karmas can you do in this lifetime? You need to reflect on that. You have to reflect on your relationship, be with your professional partnership or your spouse. You have to reflect, where have you gone wrong? If any, what you can do better to make the relationship prosper. Because after, when this eclipse is over, the lunar eclipse is also over. There is a partial which is happening on August 28th. You will find that the 10th house is getting the most freedom that you want, because the partial eclipse is happening when the moon is in the Aquarius with Rahu. So you will have the mental clarity during this period of what is your karma, what needs to be done. So how to cope up with this transit? I would request everybody with Taurus ascendant and Taurus moon sign to recite the Panchakshari mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. It's the Panchakshari mantra. Or you can say Vishnu Sahasranama after 17th till the end of the month. That will give you an immense clarity during this period, as discussed earlier. Let us now move for the next ascendant or the moon sign, that is the Gemini. For the Gemini, this is also happening in the sign of Cancer, where there are four planets placed, but it is happening in the cusp of your second house and your third house. And in Chalit, if you see that the sun has already changed the position because it is in the borderline of the second and the third house, it has moved to the house where your Ketu is. Sun and moon is over here. So your predominant theme will be of the third house more than the second house. Second house theme will be there, but the third house themes will dominate the second house theme. And if we move beyond the superficial explanation, you will find that Sun is in Ashlesha Pada 3, which falls into the Aquarius Navamsha. And where your Aquarius is? Your Aquarius is in the ninth house. So your ninth house themes are also activated, where Rahu is positioned in the Dhanishta Pada 4, which falls into Scorpio Navamsha, which is your sixth house, along with Jupiter. So your four houses are getting activated during this eclipse, during this Purna Surya Grahan or the total solar eclipse. That is the second house, the third house, the sixth house, and the ninth house. It is an excellent period to refine your speech, to look after your family, to sort out your fooding habits. Also, Saturn is retrograde in your 10th house, which is also giving the effect of the ninth house. For the Saturn retrograde video, I have given the link in the description below. You can go check it out if you haven't yet. Now, coming back to the eclipse part, so it is an excellent time to refine your speech, to refine your communication. You have to be very careful about the short distance travel you are making. Do not unnecessarily make any short distance travel, especially through the year. And there is an important thing that you have to take care. You have to take care of the documentation. Regarding if you have got any litigation going on, you should recheck the documents. You should introspect the documents. You should inspect the documents. If you are having enemies, if you are having any health issues, you should also go and check up. Because third house is 10th from your sixth house, which is Rog, Ripu, Reen, Shatru. So the karma of the sixth house resides in your third house, which gives you courage to fight the sixth house. So you should be checking about that document, and your ninth house is getting activated. So you could revisit your guru. You should also listen to your guru Vani, your speech that guru has given you. And it is an excellent time to start chanting the guru mantra, the mantra that is given by your guru. If you do not have any guru and you do not have any guru mantra, you can do Om Gurave Namaha. That will be enough. And you can also recite the Panchakshari mantra. That is Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya Panchakshari. Om Namah Shivaya. You should recite 108 times daily during the first 17 days. After the 17 days, you should recite Krishna mantra for the whole part, for the whole month, for the rest of the month. That is Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Hareye Paramatmane, Pranatah Kleshanashaya, Govindaya, Namo Namaha. This will help your speech, help your family, help your communication, help you regarding your debts, your enemies, and you will find internal peace. Because after lunar eclipse, where moon will be on the sign of Aquarius, you will be having full bloom of your ninth house, your Bhagya. Now moving on to the next ascendant on moon sign, that is Cancer. And you will find that the eclipse is taking in your ascendant sign or your moon sign. And it is happening in the cusp of your first house and your second house. And in the Chalit, you will find the sun being in the end of the house, end of the Cancer. It has already shifted to the next house, that is where Ketu is, along with moon. So predominantly, you will be facing the second house theme rather than the first house. First house themes will be there. You will be facing the second house themes. Now, if you move beyond the basics, you will find that the sun is in Ashlesha Pada 3, which falls into the Aquarius Navamsha, which is in your eighth house. where Rahu is in Dhanishtapada 4, which moves into the fifth house, along with Jupiter in the Navamsha, plainly stating that you will have only your ascendant activated is only 25% of the truth. You have to take care of four houses, that is the first house, second house, fifth house, and the eighth house. Since Sun is in your ascendant, going through an eclipse, you will find that your Atma is not responding to you. Like it is not being dead. Like you are not getting the inner call. It's already Grahan, so your mind is confused. You are not getting your heart. The call from your heart is not there. During this time, you should also be aware of your food intake, about your speech, about your family, about your creativity. And since you are not getting any clarity from your mind or from your heart, your creativity will drop. Since eighth house is activated, I would request for, if you are into any profession, anywhere, just do a deep research of the things that you are doing right now. Any research work, do it and then commit to someone. Do not make false promises during this time because your second house, the house of speech, is involved. Avoid making promises for this month itself. Suppose you are giving your word to the person you love, be it a girl, be it a boy, you will not be able to keep up with that promise. That will affect the fifth house. Why? Because your second house is 10th from fifth house. It's where the karma of your fifth house resides. Now, coming to the remedies part. During this time, I would suggest everyone for this whole month, a minimum of 108 times in the morning, you recite the Surya mantra, a simple Surya mantra. Om Grini Suryaya Namaha. This will help you vitalize your ascendant and your speech, along with Shiva Gayatri mantra. What is Shiva Gayatri mantra? Om Tatpurushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. For the whole month, if you are reciting this mantra, you are clearing your fifth house, that is your past life karmas also. You are protecting your eighth house, you are protecting your second house for your speech, family members, fooding habits, etc., as well as protecting yourself. Because Surya is your soul and it is taking place in the ascendant itself. Next is Leo ascendant or Leo moon sign. Here, the eclipse is happening between the cusp of your 12th house as well as your first house. And you will find that in Chalit chart, Sun has already moved into the next house. That is where Ketu is. So Sun and Moon have shifted its position, Bhava, not the sign or the nakshatra. So Sun has moved into your ascendant itself. So you will feel more of the first house, your ascendant theme, rather than your 12th house theme. And if we move beyond, Sun is in Ashlesha Pada 3, which is in Aquarius Navamsha, and Aquarius is your seventh house, where Rahu is resided. Rahu is in Dhanishta Pada 4, which reflects the Scorpio Navamsha. And where Scorpio is placed? Scorpio is placed in your fourth house. So you have got these four houses, your 12th house, your first house, your fourth house, and your seventh house activated during this eclipse. Now, since it is also affecting your ascendant, you will not find clear answer from your heart because Sun is facing the eclipse. It's being Grahan. The nodes are during this period of time dominating over the luminaries. 12th house is the house of isolation. So during this time, I would suggest everyone to start meditating or meditation. That will stabilize your fourth house. During this time, I would not suggest anyone to just start any construction work, and also look after or reflect upon the relationships, be it your business relationship, be it your personal, that is spouse. So you have to introspect of the things that you are lacking in that partnership. It is not what others are lacking. This is the time where we introspect from within. So what we are lacking in that. After this eclipse is over, I mean the partial lunar eclipse is over, along with the total solar eclipse, you will find clarity of your relationships, where the moon will be placed during the partial lunar eclipse. During this whole month, you should recite Aditya Hridaya Stotram, or a simple Surya mantra, that is Om Grini Suryaya Namaha, for 108 times every day in the morning, along with Panchakshari mantra, that is Om Namah Shivaya, 108 times daily. The next ascendant or moon sign is Virgo, and you will find that the eclipse is happening between your cusp of 11th house and 12th house. And if you look into the Bhava Chalit chart, you will find that the sun and the moon has already shifted its position in the next house. So you will get predominantly effect of 12th house, though effect of 11th house will be there. You will get predominantly the effect of the 12th house. You will find that the sun is in Ashlesha Pada 3, which falls into the Aquarius Navamsha, and Aquarius sign falls into your 6th house. Rahu is in Dhanishta Pada 4, which in Navamsha is the Scorpio sign. So Rahu in Scorpio, and Jupiter is also there in the Scorpio, activates your Scorpio sign in the birth chart, that is your 3rd house. So in this eclipse, you will find your 11th house, your 12th house, your 3rd house, and your 6th house activated. Now, if I only say your 11th house is activated, I am giving 25% of the picture. The 12th house is the house of isolation. You will find yourself isolated from your normal friend circle. It is an excellent time to actually look into your friend circle, to inspect your friend circle as well as your social networking. You need to be very selective about your friends. The 12th house is the house of isolation. So immediately you should concentrate on meditation. You will also find your 3rd house being activated. Now, 3rd house is the house of your documentation, of your communication. You will find you will not have that clarity that you used to have in the communication sector. You could actually communicate better, but you are not communicating better nowadays. Also, you have to be careful of the documentation, especially your legal papers and your papers regarding to debt. Don't take any unnecessary debt during this period. See, your 6th house is activated, which is Rog, Reen, Shatru, your enemies, your debts, and your legal matters. And the 3rd house is the 10th from the 6th house. That the 6th house karma resides on the 3rd house, where you get the strength fight the 6th house. So you have to be very careful about your enemies, about your legal papers, about your health documents, as well as I have mentioned before, about the documents regarding your loans. Do not take any fresh loan during this time. Otherwise, this period is an excellent period for your spiritual progression. Now, what remedial measures can you take during this period? I'd request everyone to recite the Shiva Gayatri mantra. That is Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayata, every day for 108 times. Do Avishekam of Lord Shiva. You can do Avishekam. Every ascendant or every moon sign should do Avishekam during this month of Sravana, but you can do it specially with milk. You take a small amount of milk, mix it with water, and offer it to Shiva Linga. That will be clarifying your mind, your intellectual thinking, and it will help you think better during this time. Now, moving on to the next ascendant of the moon sign, that is the sign of Libra. For Libra, you will find the eclipse in Cancer is happening in the cusp of your 10th house and your 11th house. And in Bhava Sripati chart, Bhava Chalit chart, you will find that the sun and the moon has already shifted position to the next house. That is in the 11th house. Now, if we move beyond the planetary bhavas and if you look into the nakshatras, your sun is in Ashlesha Nakshatra, Pada 3, which falls to the Aquarius Navamsha. And Aquarius in your ascendant or moon sign falls into the 5th house, where Rahu is placed in Dhanishta Pada 4. And Dhanishta Pada 4 reflects the Scorpio Navamsha, that is the 2nd house, where Jupiter is also placed. So in this eclipse, your 4 houses are being activated. That is your 10th house, your 11th house, your 2nd house, and your 5th house. So only telling you that your 10th house is activated, I will be giving you only 25% of the picture. You have to be very careful about the karma and the labha, or the profit that you are going to make during this period. You have to introspect the work or the karma, not only the job that you do, but overall karma that you do and what to expect from it. You should also introspect about your friends and your social circle. I would not suggest anyone during this period to sign a new document, to switch jobs. Now, if you have better job and if you have already decided prior these eclipse, it's fine. Otherwise, I would suggest to hold on or to tell that company where you are moving. Please wait for the first 17 days. After August 17, you can move. Not before that. Because Sun is getting eclipsed in your 10th house. Your second house is also affected, which is affecting your family, which is affecting your speech, which is affecting your fooding habits. You should reflect on the way how you talk to a person. This is a time for introspection. Also for the fifth house, because you will find your creativity, you're not getting that calling for that creativity. Also, the Saturn is retrograde in your sixth house. And if you haven't seen my Saturn retrograde video, the link is there in the description. You can go and watch it. Overall, this period, if you can introspect your karma, your labha, your speech, and your fifth house activities, that is your love life affairs are also coming over that. And regarding love life, what I have forgot to tell you, do not commit anyone during this period, or especially to your lover, be it a boy, be it a girl, doesn't matter, but do not commit, because see, second house is also activated, it is also house of speech. You are committing, you are promising something from your heart, but there is a veil of the nodes and your soul, so you might not be able to keep up that promise. Now, what remedial measures can you take? You can listen to Durga Chalisa during this period for the whole month. You can offer water to Shivalinga, do Abhishekam of Shivalinga with water, and offer white flowers. This will remove the darkness within you and will show you the light that you need to progress. Now, our next ascendant or next moon sign, that is the sign of Scorpio, and you will find that this eclipse is happening in the sign of Cancer, which is the cusp of your ninth house and your 10th house. If you look into the Bhava Chalit, you will find that Sun has already shifted its position to the next Bhava, that is to the 10th house. So in this eclipse, you will have 10th house effect more than the ninth house. You will have ninth house effect, but the 10th house effect will be much more predominant than the ninth house. You will find that Sun is in Ashlesha Pada 3, which reflects to Aquarius Navamsha, which is your fourth house, where Rahu is placed in Dhanishta Pada 4. And Dhanishta Pada 4 reflects to Scorpio, that is your Lagna itself, where Rahu and Jupiter is placed in Navamsha. Your ninth house, 10th house, first house, and fourth house is activated. Now, only telling that your ninth house will be activated, I will be giving you 25%, or anyone will be giving you 25% of the prediction. So you have to take care of your ninth house, your 10th house, your first house, and fourth house. Now, what you are going to take care, what you are going to reflect upon. You should reflect upon your guru's speech, or any mentors, or your father figure that will be helpful for deciding your karma. It is predominantly taking part in your 10th house, which is your karma, not only your job. You should introspect the role that you are taking in and how to progress. What deficiencies are there in the karma that you do, as well as what are your deficiencies? How do you think? Because your first house is being affected, along with your fourth house, where you should feel that your internal peace, because fourth house is also the house of your internal peace. You will not find internal peace. You will find something is off, because your ninth house, the house of father, fourth house, the house of mother, both of their health might be affected for a very short time. Your first house, that is you itself, and your karma, your 10th house. So principally, one Trikon house and three Kendra houses are affected. In this time, it is very important to bow down to your guru. If you have a guru, you can recite that guru mantra. And if you don't have a guru, Om Gurave Namaha is enough. Recite that 108 times every day. You should also recite Hanuman Chalisa or listen to Hanuman Chalisa daily for this month. This will immensely help you in your karma, in your luck, in your self-development, as well as finding your internal peace. And when you have found that internal peace, when this eclipse is over, I'm talking about the lunar eclipses being over, the partial lunar eclipse, which is where the moon will be there on August 28th in the sign of Aquarius, which lies in your fourth house, you will find immense pleasure in your day-to-day life activities. Next, we will be moving to Sagittarius ascendant or Sagittarius moon sign, where the eclipse is happening in the sign of Cancer, which is your 8th house, and it is taking place in the cusp of your 8th house and 9th house. Now, if you look into the Bhava Chalit chart, you will find that the sun is already moving to your 9th house, where Ketu is, along with moon. So predominantly, you will have your 9th house activity. You will feel more of the 9th house activity than your 8th house activity. And sun is in Ashlesha Padatri, which falls into the Aquarius Navamsha. And Aquarius is in your 3rd house, where Rahu is placed in Dhanishtapada 4, which is the Scorpio Navamsha. And Scorpio in your birth chart is the 12th house. So your 4 houses are actually getting activated. Your 8th house, 9th house, 12th house, and the 3rd house. And if I'm going to say your 8th house is only giving the effect, I will be providing you 25% of the data, total data. So let us understand what things you need to introspect during this time. You should introspect your business documents, your insurance documents. If your insurance is getting a renewal during this month, do check the paper 3 or 4 times minimum, then sign on it, because 8th house is activated, and this is the time you will try to find a guru, or you will be missing your father's advice, and you should introspect on what your father has said or your guru has said. And you should also take attention of your communication, because 3rd house is involved, and 3rd house is the house of communication, your siblings. I would not recommend any short distance travel, or that you can avoid actually during this period. If you have to go for the short distance travel, especially for the air route, because air is Rahu, and Rahu is there in your 3rd house. So if you can avoid air travel during this period, it's fantastic. You can indulge yourself to tantras, to astrology, to occult study. I would suggest that whenever your 8th house is activated, be on it dasha or in transits or in this eclipse, do study any occult subject. Not only astrology, any occult subject, tantra, deep things. You should research what your guru has tried or your father has tried to spoken to you. When this eclipse is over, means the partial lunar eclipse is also over on 28th August, where moon will be there in the Aquarius sign, you will find extreme clarity in your communication. Now, what are the remedies that you should, or the precautions that you should take during this period? You should recite the Mahamrityunjay mantra, that is Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvaru Kamivavandana Mittur Mokshyamamritat. So this mantra, Mahamrityunjay mantra, along with your Guru mantra, if you have a Guru mantra, it's good. If you do not have a Guru mantra, simple Om Gurave Namaha is enough. Recite that 108 times daily, and you will find clarity, the peace that will be missing within you in this period. Now, moving on to the next ascendant, that is the ascendant of Capricorn. The Saturn is the ruler, and your ascendant lord is retrograde now in the 3rd house. And if you haven't watched my retrograde video on Saturn, the link is there in the description. But this eclipse is taking place on the sign of Cancer in the cusp of your 7th and 8th house. And if you look into the Bhava Chalit chart, your sun has already moved into the next house, where Ketu is in the 8th house, along with moon. So you will get the effect of 8th house more than the 7th house. And your sun is in Ashlesha Padatri, which falls into the Aquarius Navamsha, which is your 2nd house, where Rahu is there in Dhanishtapada 4, which is corresponding to the Scorpio Navamsha, and the Scorpio in your ascendant or moon sign is the 11th house, where Jupiter is there also in the Navamsha. Your 4 houses are getting activated, not only 7th house, your 7th house, 8th house, 11th house, and 2nd house. These 4 houses are activating. This is an excellent time to indulge yourself into any occult studies, in any research work that you do. Since your 2nd house is activated, you should also be very careful of your speech, your fooding habits, your family members. You should introspect what are the deficiencies or what you could do better in relationship, in your professional relationship, or your personal relationship, that is your spouse. What you should be better, how can you become better version of you in the relationship matters, because this is the time for introspection, not what others can do better, what you can do better. And when 11th house is involved along with 8th house, I would suggest to introspect your friend circle, your social network. Think who are your actual friends, who are your actual enemies. What remedies or precautions can you take during this transit? What precautions or what remedies you should take during this period? I would request everyone to recite the Mahamrityunjay mantra, that is Om Trambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvaru Kamiva Vandanat Mrittur Mokshyamamritat, or recite or listen to Durga Chalisa. And that will give you immense clarity regarding your 7th house, your 8th house, 11th house, and your 2nd house. Moving on to the next ascendant, and that is Aquarius. Lord is Saturn, co ruled by Rahu, and your Saturn is retrograde in the 2nd house. Your Rahu is there in the ascendant. If you want to know more about Saturn retrograde, and if you have not seen my Saturn retrograde video, the link is there in the description. Do watch it. Now, in your case, the total solar eclipse, the Purna Surya Grahan, is happening in the cusp of your 6th house as well as your 7th house. And if you look into the Bhava Chalit, the sun along with moon has already moved into the next house. That is the 7th house. So you will feel effect of your 7th house more than your 6th house. And sun is in Ashlesha Pada 3, which falls into the Aquarius sign, which is you yourself, which is the Lagna. So your first house is also activated, where Rahu is there, as I've told you, in Dhanishta Pada 4, which falls in the Scorpio Navamsha, and Scorpio is your 10th house. So in this eclipse, your 4 houses are activated. That is your 6th house, your 7th house, your 10th house, and your 1st house. It is very important to introspect, to know about your enemies, to know about how you could improve yourself, because your 1st house is affected. You should think that what can you do to make yourself better, as well as in your profession, job, and karma. Because 10th house, now 10th house is not only the house of your job, it is also the house of your karma. So you have to introspect your karma, you have to introspect your 1st house, you have to introspect the enemies and the debts of your 6th house. I would suggest that during this period, if you are not in dire stress, do not take any loan. You should also introspect about your 7th house, about how, what are your shortcomings in the partnership, be it professional or with your spouse. You should think that what are the deficiencies that are there in your relationship that you can make better, not your spouse or your partner can make better. This eclipse is about you, about how you think. It is your introspection, and if you can successfully introspect all these things, you will be becoming a better person after the partial lunar eclipse is over, when moon will be there on Rahu on August 28th. Now, what are the remedies or the precautions you should take? I would request everyone to either say the Mahamrityunjaya mantra, that is Om Trayambakam Jajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvaru Kamiva Vandanat Mrittur Mokshyamamritat, for 108 times daily, to win over your enemies, debts, litigation, as well as your health. Or you can, for 108 times, recite Shiva Gayatri Mantra, that is Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahe Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodayat. These things will help you to achieve the internal clarity that will be lacking during this period. Moving on to the last ascendant or the moon sign, that is the sign of Pisces. And in the sign of Pisces, you have got Saturn retrograde. And if you haven't watched my retrograde video on Saturn, the link is there in the description. Do watch it. Your solar eclipse is happening in the sign of Cancer, in the cusp of the 5th house and the 6th house. And if you look into the Bhava Chalit, the sun and the moon has shifted to the sun, to your 6th house So you will be experiencing predominantly your sixth house activities along with your uh, fifth house activities as well. Now your sun is in Ashlesha Pada 3, which falls into the Aquarius Navamsha. That is your 12th house, where Rahu is placed in Dhanishta Pada 4. Dhanishta Pada 4 reflects to or maps to the Scorpio Navamsha, and Scorpio is your 9th house. So in this eclipse, your four houses are activated. That is your fifth house, your sixth house, your ninth house, and 12th house. Fifth house and ninth house activation is excellent. This is an excellent time for spiritual progression, for your mantra siddhi, to listening to your gurus, to listening to your father, to stay true to your dharma. And you should also take care of your health during this period, because sixth house is activated along with 12th house. 12th house is the house of isolation, and in isolation in modern terms can refer to hospital. So you should be very cautious about your sixth house enemies, debts, litigation, and 12th house loss. To balance that, you should start meditation. You should be doing your guru mantra. And if you do not have a guru, you can just recite Om Gurave Namaha for 108 times. And Guru will show you the way, will guide you through this eclipse. And also you can recite the Panchakshari mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya, the Panchakshari mantra, for 108 times daily. That will take care of your health and your 12th house activities. During the end of this eclipse, that is on 28th of August, when the partial lunar eclipse will be ending, when moon will be on the Aquarius sign in your 12th house itself. If it is a very good time, as I've told, for mantra siddhis, because you will be a step closer to moksha.